Good morning. This is KELOLAND On The Go with all you need to know in news and weather as you start your weekend. We also have your Boredom Busters coming up, but first, our top story. Minnehaha County State's Attorney Daniel Hagar says ICE agents conducted themselves reasonably in arresting a person at the county courthouse in Sioux Falls last week. ICE agents took the 25-year-old man into custody in the courthouse lobby. The man was not a criminal defendant, but rather someone subpoenaed by the defense in a case.
It's not a sanctuary courthouse, and so if there are valid arrest warrants, valid court orders, again, those are executed and happen all the time.
But Minnehaha County Public Defender Tracy Smith sent KELOLAND News a statement saying the actions of the prosecutor and ICE not only disrupted the trial, but directly undermined the defendant's constitutional right to a fair trial and caused irreparable harm to the judicial process. Authorities have arrested a Brookings man who's accused of raping a middle school student. Court documents say 21-year-old Nathan Wayne Nelson picked up the girl at a church in March. She told investigators that she asked him to take her to a restaurant, but instead he brought her to a wooded area. That's where he's accused of raping the 14-year-old. Court documents say Nelson denied going to the church or that wooded area, but his phone confirmed he was in both locations. Nelson has been indicted for rape, aggravated assault, and solicitation of a minor. His trial is scheduled for August. The South Dakota Department of Health has confirmed its second case of measles in the state. It's in western South Dakota. The state says anyone who visited Rapid City's Sam's Club on June 1st or Dakota Premier Medical Clinic on June 2nd should watch for symptoms. We've posted additional details as far as times and locations of the potential exposure here on KELOLAND.com. Fewer crashes are being reported at two interchanges in South Dakota. There are currently diverging diamond interchanges on 41st Street and I-29 in Sioux Falls and La Crosse Street and I-90 in Rapid City. The Department of Transportation says crashes are down compared to the years leading up to construction.
Not only the crash numbers themselves, you also see a reduction in the severity, just lower speed type of crashes if we do have them at all.
There are a total of 3 diverging diamonds in the state. The third one is located on Benson Road and I-229 in Sioux Falls. Let's take our first look at the forecast now with meteorologist Scott Munt in the Storm Center. Good morning, Scott.
Good morning, Perry. You know, we've had some patchy fog this morning. A lot of that continues to go away, and temperatures will warm. Mostly sunny to partly cloudy skies today. Expect numbers in the 70s and 80s as we do watch for an isolated shower or thunderstorm late this afternoon across parts of northeastern South Dakota. They'll try to become a little more numerous as we do hit the evening, and they are expected to move to the southeast. I'll have more details on your forecast coming up.
All right, thank you very much, Scott. A South Dakota swimmer is training to compete in the Paralympic Games in Los Angeles in 2028. Alex Post had both of his legs amputated as the result of a genetic condition that severely limited the use of his joints. He trains 5 days a week in Brookings and says swimming is therapeutic for the pain he often experiences.
Sometimes I wish I had my legs, but then 90% of the time I don't regret removing my legs because I think it's given me more independence.
Post says he hopes his Paralympic pursuits will inspire not only others with disabilities, but anyone who may feel overwhelmed by challenges they face in life. Hot Wheels Monster Trucks Live Glow and Fire is a monster truck show featuring a fiery new twist with special effects and stunts. It's taking place at the Denny Sanford Premier Center this weekend. The performances are at 12:30 and 7:30 p.m. Sunday's showtime is 2:30. Toadstool Jamboree is the headline performer at Levitt at the Falls. The free concert starts at 7 p.m. with opening act Billy Lurkin. The Fireworks Store Pyrotechnic Musical is a benefit for Emily's Hope. Bring a lawn chair to the T Athletic Complex where the excitement begins at sunset. Your free will offering will benefit Emily Hope's mission of ending the stigma of substance abuse disorder and providing prevention education. Travel back in time to the glorious reign of Queen Elizabeth I during the Siouxland Renaissance Festival at the W.H. Lyon Fairgrounds. The festival features armored jousting, jugglers, dancers, and musicians performing from 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. Sunday's hours are 10 to 6. Admission is $15 for adults, $6 for children, and free for ages 3 and under. The Canaries baseball team takes on the Kane County Cougars. First pitch at Sioux Falls Stadium is at 5:30 p.m. And enjoy sprint cars, street stock, and hobby stock racing at I-90 Speedway in Hartford. Gates open at 5, hot laps are at 6:30, and the races start at 7. Admission is $20, $10 for children, and free for ages 12 and under. Scott?
And in weather, we'll continue to follow temperatures warming to the 70s and 80s this afternoon. Also, this cold front will move across northern KELOLAND late today, and it will be a focal point for these showers and thunderstorms that can develop. And there's that marginal risk that some of these will become strong to severe. They'll try to hold together as they move to the southeast, maybe after 10 o'clock in and around the Sioux Falls area. Those will roll through. Strong northwest winds for tomorrow. That will help bring in slightly cooler air. In fact, we may fall to the 60s for highs by Monday. In the meantime, tomorrow's temperatures low, maybe the middle 70s, and an isolated shower late in the day in the north central and northeastern South Dakota. So we do have that chance for severe weather. I mentioned a marginal risk at that. Into northeastern South Dakota, hail and wind being the main threat. And speaking of the wind, you'll really notice it come Sunday. In the meantime, for today, we'll watch the timing of this front. Behind it, we will have the strong northwest winds gusting over 30 miles per hour. Everybody will have a strong northwest wind tomorrow, wind gusts approaching 40, and still with breezy conditions by the time we do get into Monday, with that northwest wind still gusting to near 30 miles per hour in eastern KELOLAND. As we change that wind direction on Tuesday, that will help bring in some warmer air, and I think we'll rebound to the 80s and a chance for some 90-degree heat on Tuesday. Forecast in the meantime today showing temperatures in the 70s and 80s. We'll watch for the late-day thunderstorms in northeastern KELOLAND. We'll see how those hold together as they move to the east and to the southeast. During the overnight, I think we'll have dry skies. The best chance to see the showers, thunder showers, will be the evening into the early part of tonight. And for tomorrow, it will be windy. It will be slightly cooler, highs in the low to middle 70s. You can always check the details of the 7-day forecast while you're here online. Have a great weekend.